once again everybody, this is Silent Shadow 89, and here I am using a golden M16. I figured I'd go ahead and, the only thing left really for me to do now in the game is get gold guns. Figured I'd go ahead, get them gold, record a video of them, and talk a little bit about them. The M16, as everyone knows, is the starting assault rifle for everyone. Honestly, I don't think it should be the starting assault rifle. I think maybe the Enfield should be the starting assault rifle, as the M16 is really quite difficult for someone in the game to get used to. It's kind of unfair to be given to them. But once you learn how to use the M16, it is a very, very good gun. Normally, I either put a sight on the M16, a reflex sight like I have here. I don't know, it just depends on the gun which I like, the red dot or the reflex more. In this case, I like the reflex, and I made the mistake of putting a yellow lens on it, which really messes up your vision. And don't put a colored lens on the sights ever. Never ever do that. It is not worth the little vanity thing. I still decided to use this video though, since the first half of it I just very mediocre performance. In the second half I start to do good. But I either use an ACOG, which seems to up the damage even at close range as well as at further range. The only problem is with it being a 3-round burst, it's kind of easy to lose your target in your sight if they get close to you. But being 3-round burst, it does have some pretty good hip fire accuracy. So if they get too close to you, you can just start firing away from the hip. But I would recommend still trying to aim down the sights at them, as that makes your bullets go straight, as opposed to the hip firing, which means they can go anywhere. The power on the gun is actually really good. It's very iffy though. About half the time I'll get a 1 3-round burst kill, but the other time I'll get a 3-round. I'll have to put a 3-round burst into them and then hit them with a single bullet. Which really does suck, since it is only a 3-round burst, and there is that delay between the bursts that Treyarch put in. It doesn't shoot just as fast as you pull it. There is that delay built into the game, which does cause a problem. But if it was, if there was no delay though, then everyone would be using the M16 or the G11 and guns like the FAL or the M14, where it is a 2-round. The M14 and FAL are 2-round kills, so they'd be firing off M14s and FALs with extended mags, which are just dropping everyone, which, you know, was a problem in Modern Warfare 2 with the semi-auto weapons becoming fully automatic. So they tried to counter that, but in the end they just really hurt people who use the guns normally, who don't have those turbo controllers. And right there I just got owned by a Claymore. But yeah, like I was saying, either any form of sight on the M14, except an infrared. Don't put an infrared on it. That's just stupid. You're not gonna see half the people, since nearly half the people you play with anyways have Ghost Pro. So they're not even gonna show up for you. They're just gonna show up as little blurs. But make sure you give yourself a sight that has a very good range of vision. Don't put a colored lens on it. I thought I'd try to be fancy. And here I thought he dropped a scavenger pack, because I like to pick up my grenades after I throw them, and he did not drop one, which I don't know why some people don't drop scavenger packs. They must have the anti-scavenger perk. And right here's a good reason of putting a clear sight on there. In the game, I could not see that guy as I was shooting. I just kept shooting so he wouldn't shoot me again. I got the first set of hit markers as I saw him, and then I couldn't see him anymore. About the only thing I would change would be the reticle. So keep it small though. Keep it small on the level of the dot, or change the color of it. You want it something that will stand out against the environment. Yellow does stand out against the environment. Plus, I mean, it does look snazzy with the gold gun. But please don't change the lens. It's not only does it suck for you, but it sucks for everyone who has to pick up your gun too, if it comes to that. But then that might not be a bad thing if you're in a free for all or this person on the other team picks it up. And now the range on the M16 is really good for an assault rifle. It doesn't lose too much damage at range. It still is normally a 2 burst kill weapon at that point. Normally, like I said, it seems to be 1 burst and 1 bullet. Well, at range, it seems to just be 2 full bursts, and at that point, it doesn't really make much of a difference, seeing as all your bullets are going to the same spot. And here's about where I start picking it up in this game. And I'm wondering where this guy is. And I did not know you could shoot under that truck, which I just figured out there. But the range on it is really good for an assault rifle. It doesn't have too much of a drop-off like you'd find with the FAMAS or the Galil, because it is that 3-round burst. The assault rifle that probably has the best range, though, is the G11. And I will get to the G11 in a later video. It will not be today. It will not be tomorrow. It'll probably be in a week and a half, because I'm going to try to do one of these every week. As I get a new gold gun, they'll be up there. And lucky for you all, I have all the gold assault rifles. Submachine guns are on their way, and you can hear me bitch about the MP5. And I got my dogs just a moment ago. Like I said, this is the point in which I started doing it. I started pulling my weight on the team. Rather than just going 2 kills death, 2 kills death, I decided to go 20 kills death, or I don't know. And that guy just slaughtered my poor dog, which I did not appreciate at all, one single bit, as they're a little hard to get. That's pretty much it about the M16. It does have a 30-round mag, which is, normal. All the assault rifles have a 30-round mag. I wouldn't suggest putting extended mags on it because the iron sights on the M16 are a little weird. If it's something you can deal with, go ahead for it. It kind of reminds me of the FAL's iron sights, which I do not like the FALs at all. They do not feel accurate to me one single bit. I don't know why, but I always seem to have to shoot 4 or 5 times with it. But if I put a sight, I can seem to shoot just 2 or 3 sights with those iron sights. Alright, and that's it for this video. M16, go ahead and give it a shot if you really want to. Make sure you put a sight on it, though. Really helps out with target acquisition, an ACOG, or a reflex. And here you get to watch a quick scope for the end on the guy. Really not paying attention to his surroundings. Alright, everyone, thanks for watching. Next video I put up will be the M14.